Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Help shape the future of medicine. Visit velocitytrials.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Del and Ed present A Kernel of Truth.
That's Ed's new drone. Why do a couple of Nebraska corn farmers need a drone? 2 words: multi-spectral imaging. Drones help us farm more efficiently and protect planet Earth. Yep, Ed's a pretty good pilot. When he doesn't hit the broadside of a barn, that is. Nebraska corn. It's the plant that can change the planet.
Visit nebraskacorn.gov to learn more.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska. Wilbur-Clatonia School District congratulates their graduating class of 2024, and they commend students against destructive decisions, such as bullying or cell phone usage while driving. The administration, teachers, and support staff at Wilbur-Clatonia School District encourages teens to avoid distracted driving. Stay alert to your surroundings, and younger ones should avoid texting and talking while biking and walking. Let's stay alert this spring and summer. Wilbur-Clatonia School District, working tirelessly for safety all year long.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys know the Happy Hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I am a huge guy.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Rico with you. Hello, Rico.
Yeller.
How's it going?
So far, so good.
Good day?
Fantastic.
Good couple of days over the weekend?
Yeah. Got outside, cleaned everything up.
Good. You got outside.
Yeah. We cleaned our garage. There's so much more space now.
Nice.
We got some plants potted and repotted.
Are we two-car garage?
Two-car garage.
Yeah. Do they both go in?
They both do. They both always have.
Okay.
But now there's more room. Sold 2 bikes on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace, very underrated spot.
Apparently, people were telling me, like, hey, be careful on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. Like, people have gotten ripped off or whatever. But yeah. I sold the bikes pretty quickly.
And for the most part, they've been to decent people.
Yeah.
I bought a Nike. I bought a golf bag off of Facebook Marketplace.
Something happened. And as long as I don't say names, I feel like it should be okay.
Yeah, you're good. Nobody knows.
So we had 2 bikes, right? And they were like little cruiser bikes. Not little, but they were cruiser bikes, right? Not like mountain bikes. You know, the handlebars were down there, so you like kind of sit up straight. And just kind of pedal, whatever, street bikes. Sold the first one real quickly. Had to come down here to do something. Had it in the back of my car. They came down here, gave it to them. Whatever. Second one took a little bit more. A lot of people wanted it.
Wow.
But took a little bit. I had somebody meet me at the elementary school close to our house because I don't want people to know where I live.
Meet in a public spot.
Yeah. And they came out and went to test drive the bike.
Wait a minute.
And fell.
No.
And
was it the kid?
No, these were adult bikes. This was an older lady, and I felt terrible.
Did you help?
I helped her get up. Yes, and then
she was an older woman.
Yes, and then she just wanted a bike, and then they
and she fell.
Yeah, I felt terrible. They didn't end up getting the bike.
I wouldn't.
Somebody else came later that day, and her boyfriend test rode the bike. And rode it around. He was fine. And then they took the bike.
That's a popular thing to test drive the bike?
Apparently. I didn't know. I was like, here's the bike. And they're like, the first person didn't. They were like, okay, cool. Put it in their car. They left.
Yeah.
But the last one, like 2 people got on it and hopped on and rode around.
If I were ever to sell something, I'd be like, yeah, you can do whatever you need to do with it. Just, stay within the perimeters so that I could see you. I have a fear of people.
Somebody just
taking stuff. But for the most part, we were good.
I'd chase him down. That bike's not going to go that fast.
Now with the woman on it.
No, I felt
because she fell bad. She felt
terrible.
That's really sad. That's
I did help her up, and then I hope she just wanted a bike. I hope that she ends up getting a bike, one that helps.
Not that one.
Yeah, not that one though.
So anyway, 402-464-5685 Honda of Lincoln hotline. The Starter Heyman text line are open for you, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo channel 961. Eric says, why is Nick back? Well, guess what, Eric? That's right. We're back. Hashtag back.
He's back, A, because the regional is over, and B, because Nebraska lost the regional.
Lost.
But maybe something to make you not feel as bad. Doesn't help me. No 2 seeds made it through the regionals.
No 2 seeds made it through the regionals. There were a couple of upsets, right?
Bad year to be a 2 seed.
Bad year to be a 2 seed. I walked away and I watched the Florida-Oklahoma State game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's just playing some really good baseball right now. They're getting pieces of their bullpen to pitch way better than their average or statistics would say over the course of this season.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's bats are there, but Florida's just playing really good baseball. And that's actually one super regional I'm fascinated to see, because for the 10th time in Kevin O'Sullivan's 17 years, they are going to a super regional.
That's ridiculous.
Think about that. 10th time in 17 years at the helm, Florida is going to a super regional.
Also, 17 out of 17 regional wise.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Then you also, there's a reason he gets paid $1.825 million as a coach of Florida baseball. But then also you have Clemson, who Eric Bakich is the head coach of, the former Michigan manager.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 coaches were assistants back in the early 2000s at Clemson. So you have a former Clemson assistant as the coach of Clemson, a former Clemson assistant that left Clemson and went to Florida in 2008,
coaching against,
facing off against each other in the super regionals this weekend.
Clemson baseball runs deep. Apparently.
Apparently. Clemson baseball. There you go. But the roots. So I don't know. That's one of the super regionals that I'm looking forward to. We're going to dive into a lot more throughout the course of the show here today. Plenty of stuff to get to. Nebraska basketball gets a commitment.
Yeah.
And so it's from a guy that's going to have a tough time having his name pronounced the correct way. We're going to do it correctly, though, because we use pronunciations.
Professionals.
Berke is his first name. Berke.
We're gonna do it correctly.
Bayuktan gel.
Bayuktan gel. Berke Bayuktan gel.
From Turkey.
Yes. Good luck, Kent Pavelka.
He's going to kind of slide into the power forward role. Obviously, Rink Mass going to be sidelined this year for surgery, and Nebraska is going to have Berke play more of the power forward this year. Not, stats that are going to pop off the page at UCLA. He's definitely had some better times and better statistics at playing international basketball
overseas,
FIBA stuff, right? He
was on the team that beat Team USA.
He was in the 3rd place game in 2023, July 2nd of 2023, because I was watching the highlights from Turkey versus USA, and Berke dropped 19 against USA last year.
I'm just saying, he just had to get to, if you think about it, when he comes over from playing international ball to playing basketball in the United States, goes straight to UCLA, probably a bit of an adjustment period for him.
Yeah.
But again, second year in college, we'll see how much play he gets, how much run he gets with Nebraska this next season. You would think he'd get a decent amount just because of the size and ability that he has. He's also I think in that FIBA tournament averaged around like 3.4 assists, something like that. I was looking at the highlights, probably the same highlights you were looking at. Shot 29% from the 3-point from beyond the arc. So probably a big that fits the Fred Hoiberg system quite well.
So that's going to be the 8th new addition to Nebraska basketball's roster now this year. Obviously, the two guys out of high school, Braden Frager and Nick Janowski. And then you have the 6 out of the portal. Gavin Griffiths from Rutgers, Connor Essegian from Wisconsin, which he posted a video or a picture Nebraska men's basketball did yesterday of like welcome to the good life of Connor Essegian. And he had a lot of gear in his hands. Lots of Adidas stuff.
That's fine.
Lots of Adidas stuff. Connor Essegian, the former Wisconsin Badger.
All he
obviously
has is Under Armour stuff.
That's a good point. You got to switch. Got to make the switch.
Can't wear it.
Braxton Mia, obviously from Washington. Andrew Morgan from NDSU. Raleigh Worcester. And now Berke Bayuktanjel.
How much of the stuff from your previous school do you keep if you transfer?
Ooh. I feel like a decent amount. So here's one. Like I remember Trey Palmer, when he would be around, there'd be LSU stuff.
Had some LSU stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more important for the coaches.
Ooh.
I think it's more important for the coaches because we know that when a coach either gets relieved of his job or goes somewhere new, it's like fire sale. Here you go.
Here's all of it. But the thing is, like with a coach, and with players, like you're gonna keep some of it just to have that memory, maybe. Like kind of like if it was a good time wherever you were, like have some memories.
You're not gonna burn them.
You were there, yeah. You're not gonna.
Well, think about Adrian Martinez, right? What did he do? He goes to Kansas State now. A couple of years later, he's like, let's have a garage sale.
Yeah.
So I think there's things you keep, obviously, but there's also things that you move on from.
Do you and like I know the answer already, but
Goodwill. Like donate.
Goodwill gets a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Which school do you claim?
We already know this. It's
I
the
know,
one you graduate from.
But okay, the one you graduate from. Adrian graduated from Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then graduated again from K-State.
Well, now we're getting into this. And here's the thing. I watched that UFL game a couple of weeks ago between Birmingham and Houston, the Roughnecks and the Stallions.
Shout out to Stallions.
Birmingham, whenever they would talk about Adrian Martinez on TV, they always mentioned, if they talked about college, Nebraska, then Kansas State. I think we're just moving towards a time to where multiple colleges are a thing.
Yeah.
And it's not out of the ordinary for a broadcaster to be like, yep, so he started his career here and he ended his career there.
Okay, so when Adrian makes it to the NFL, not if, when, and they do those live, Adrian Martinez, whatever.
I think you worry about that when he starts.
What's he saying? Yeah, when?
He'll say like Clovis High School in California.
You think so?
That always bothered me because I was fascinated by colleges, and I always wanted. I loved the random games of like, all right, let's just sit around the fire, name random college players.
Yes,
and I'll tell you where they went to college.
I love it.
That's the type of activities that my buddies and I would do as we're like 8th graders in junior high.
I mean, we still do that.
And we do. But nonetheless, in the NFL, they sometimes would say, Washington, D.C. or whatever, Texas. And they'd say their high school.
I'm
that
dude,
I'm Matter Day, IMG Academy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, we need to know.
No, where did you go to college?
These are things. Where did David Bakhtiari come from?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know.
I was going to say Iowa, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's right.
Iowa.
I don't think that's right.
But nonetheless, you need to know.
David Bakhtiari go? See, now you did it. Now we have to find out.
Bakhtiari. I mean, here's the thing. So he was.
David Bakhtiari.
Oh no, Colorado.
Oh, why did we say?
Why did we say Bakhtiari? Anyway,
I also I think it's hilarious how upset people get when players like fans of those universities, how upset people get when players don't say the university.
And this is the thing. 6696 says Levante David does not say Nebraska when he says when he does his intro thing on NBC.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious how mad people get. It's like it doesn't.
No, it matters.
It doesn't matter.
It matters at a place.
No, we know. They know. Everyone knows.
I don't know how much people know about like Levante David specifically.
Yeah, but Nebraska knows.
Nebraska knows, but it's also
he knows.
But it's this pride thing of
you'll be fine.
It's a pride thing to where Nebraska doesn't necessarily put a plethora of guys in the league.
Well, fix that.
Michigan probably could spare one or two not saying Michigan after this last draft.
You can afford like 4 people not saying Michigan and saying they're
because you had about 16 guys drafted last year.
Well,
but that's not Nebraska. You know this, Rico.
I don't care.
Nonetheless,
Levante could not say it. Sue could not say it. Prince
I'm
care.
actually pretty sure there was a time where Sue didn't say it.
He didn't.
And that
he said his high school
feathers. So, nonetheless,
Prince always said it.
Prince did always say it. Prince Amu Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. 402-464-5685. Thanks to Big Bird. Thanks to Kellen for helping us out with the Colorado stuff. 464-5685. Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. We do have to get an extra break in during this hour, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. When we come back, let's talk a little Husker baseball because Nebraska falls in the Stillwater Regional. Later on in the show, when Austin joins, we have some Haymarket Park potential upgrades that we'd like to see.
Yeah, I want to know what it looked like down there because I saw your guys' videos and obviously seeing the park looked pretty nice.
It is very nice down there, and Stillwater is not nice. The people were fine. Stillwater's nothing to write home about. And like Austin and I drove into Stillwater, and we were like,
"And did you go? That's it?
This is where guys are going to school." But I'm sure people can say the same thing about Lincoln. So nonetheless, obviously a lot of NIL opportunities. The campus with like the football, baseball, and tennis courts right there, very nice.
Okay.
So there's that part of it, but ultimately, Stillwater didn't knock my socks off. So
tragic.
Nonetheless, we do have some things to talk about though regarding facility potential upgrades and directions that Nebraska could go with Haymarket Park. Obviously, it's interesting. It's a little different with Nebraska and the Salt Dogs because they have to both approve that and be on board with upgrades there between the university and the Lincoln Salt Dogs. So we'll come back. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about just regionals in general, preview a couple of the super regionals that are set. A lot of big name teams are not a part of it. LSU's not in it. Wake Forest isn't a part of it. Those are 2 College World Series teams from last year, including the defending national champion LSU Tigers that are not going to be playing this weekend in the super regionals. Unfortunately, Florida is one of those teams. Does that make you feel better as a Husker fan or worse? We'll dive into all that. Love to hear from you guys on the text line 464-5685. This is the Happy Hour. Huge thanks to our friends at Empire Fence and Netting for their support as always. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike three, you're out.
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Husker fans, the 2024 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and they need your support in Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $170. This plan includes tickets to the UTEP or Northern Iowa, plus Illinois or Rutgers, and either UCLA or Wisconsin games. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design. Take a computer course. Learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
Look at me. This plane is going to Jamaica.
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
into the happy hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico with you, 464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Thanks to our friends at Empire Fence and Netting for their support of the show, as always. All right, let's dive into some super regional action. Obviously, you know, Florida and Clemson are lined up together, but then also the potential matchup there in the first round of the College World Series would be the winner of Clemson and Florida against the winner of Oregon and Texas A&M.
Sign me up.
The Florida A&M type of matchup is intriguing to me.
Florida A&M?
Florida and A&M.
No, I know. Yeah, that's what I was
Florida and Texas A&M
yeah.
is one that I would probably make my way over to Charles Schwab Field for.
So I understand.
You have the old TCU manager. People forget this. The old TCU manager, Jim Schlossnagle at Texas A&M. He left TCU a couple of 2 years ago after a College World Series appearance, left TCU to go to A&M. And then now has A&M as the number 1 seed, and they're obviously regional. I think they were the number 3 overall seed between all of them, because North Carolina was 4, Kentucky
3.
was 2, and Texas A&M was 3.
Yes, 3. They got out of their regional with Texas and Louisiana, and I don't know who else. Grambling, yeah. Grambling went 0-2. Louisiana beat Texas, and Texas A&M took care of everyone.
Yeah. So once again, but then Big Ten can take pride in this one. Oregon, how about them?
Okay, can you? Box said something like he said, Big Ten in law.
Hey, somewhat.
Oregon is our Big Ten in law school, but can you?
This is the second straight year Oregon's made a super regional.
What does the Pac-12 do if Oregon or Oregon State wins?
They would probably claim it because it's before the fiscal year.
You know what they'll say? They'll say the Tournament of Champions.
Yes.
Or the Conference of Champions gets one more.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Then it'll be sad.
Oregon State's not the powerhouse that they used to be.
No, but they're in a super regional.
But they're in the super regional.
There's always a chance. Just like, hey,
the
Nick,
15 seed.
Remember that time that you said that Florida wasn't as powerful as they were?
I don't believe. Stood up and I have taken responsibility. So everybody that has been on the happy hour talking about Florida has had to stand up and take responsibility for the
we were wrong.
Wrong.
We were wrong.
Misinterpretation of the Florida Gators.
You look at 28-27, you look at the ERA of their entire pitching staff, and you go, that team is not very good.
That's the thing is it wasn't even just a case of, we looked at their record, we looked at the teams they played and said, this team's not very good. They ended up, we fully acknowledged the fact that they were in the SEC, and despite in the SEC, still 13-17. And we sat there and said, well, we also knew that they barely got into the regional, just based on what the committee chair also said on Selection Monday, was that Florida was one of the last teams in the regional. And yet here they are, Florida. But once again, it's also that's part of baseball to where if you just play your best baseball at the right time, then you're practically unbeatable. And that's what they're doing.Ey're pitching. Their hitting's always been there.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's the pitching. Fisher Jameson had a really nice start yesterday against Oklahoma State. Neely is dominant in the postseason. And Nebraska just against a guy that pumped 18 straight fastballs.
Yeah, I saw your tweet.
Could not time him up at 94. And so at 94 miles per hour, that was 92 to 94 is where he sat.
So this current run by Florida during the rain delay, I don't know if you saw it because you were there, but watching it on the SEC network during the rain delay, the lightning delay, they were playing just different things. One of them was not a 30 for 30, but a story or whatever on Ole Miss and their title run. And look, I'm not saying it's the same, but it's eerily similar. The fact that Ole Miss squeaks in, gets through the regional, and they're just saying, don't let the Rebs get hot. And now Florida, don't let the Gators get hot. I think, Nebraska, that seventh inning against Nebraska, Florida goes off. They go off. They beat Oklahoma State twice.
Yeah.
And they're feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
Yeah, that was the thing. That's what was so unfortunate, I think, about the first inning of Nebraska's game that actually eliminated them against Florida, the 17-11 loss. The first inning was that Nebraska basically got on top 2-0 right in the first inning. Then immediately on the first batter of the game to Curlin, he rolls over on a ground ball, fires it over second base, and Stokes just misses the throw. Rhett Stokes and Gabe Swanson, by the way, on the all Stillwater, all tournament team, the two Huskers on there. But when you looked at that, that was like a sign of like, okay, Nebraska just gave Florida life.
Yep.
And man, you just can't do that against a team that hits it as well as the Florida Gators, because Nebraska was going to be able to get to that pitcher. I also think the rain delay, you can argue that this is an excuse, I suppose. Will Bolt said it post game, and I'm kind of just taking the words out of his mouth and using them as my own here. It is disappointing that the rain delay came when it did, because Kyle Freilich was on the mound and was throwing well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate that it wasn't just a 30-minute delay, but that it was a 2-hour delay. And it just wasn't realistic that Freilich goes back in after throwing a couple of innings already. And I know the pushback has been, well, Florida's pitcher just went back in. Well, they just brought in that pitcher for the Florida Gators. Also, the leash was pretty short on that pitcher at that time.
I'm pretty sure he went out in the next inning. Like he pitched another batter.
Yeah, he threw. Yeah, so he threw. But also remember how that inning went after the rain delay. Dylan Carey comes up and hits that 2-out double.
Yeah.
So 2-out 2-run double. So Nebraska just sure timing. That's an excuse, right? The rain delay. You got to figure out a way to use it and figure out how you want to operate during a rain delay. Nebraska chose to stay in their dugout. Florida was able to kind of go out to left field, work in the indoor hitting facility, stretch out, just spread out, still under the cover of rain. But ultimately, Nebraska elected to stay in their dugout for the entire 2-hour delay. So nonetheless, Nebraska falls to Florida. A couple of the other intriguing regionals that are going to be this weekend. Obviously, you have Evansville, who was the 4 seed, escapes out of the Greenville regional against East Carolina.
I need them to make it so that they can be my College World Series team.
So Evansville, with a 38-24 record, faces off against the number 1 overall seed, the Tennessee Volunteers.
I'll buy a shot for Evansville.
UConn knocked off Oklahoma last night. Fun fact about UConn for all the folks out there: 9 Division III transfers.
Wow.
9 of their players that are playing significant time were on a Division III baseball team last year. One of them was actually really interesting. He was a top 100 recruit, got injured his first season at UConn. His coach was like, it's probably time. Let's go our separate ways. It'd probably be most beneficial to you to go somewhere where you can play consistently. He leaves, goes to a Division III program after his injury, tears it up, and gets asked back to come to Utah.
And UConn's like, hey, do you want
to come on back? Come on back. So he came back. So there are 9 Division III baseball transfers on the UConn Huskies baseball team, and they just knocked off number 9 overall seed Oklahoma.
Hey, if you can ball, it doesn't matter where you are.
Darn right. So they'll face off against Florida State. Florida State went through their regional pretty unscathed. Kansas State knocks off Arkansas. A lot of folks mad at Dave Van Horn. Very mad at Dave Van Horn.
Is there any fire where there is smoke?
There can't be.
I mean,
so here's the thing though, hasn't won a title.
He's made the College World Series a decent amount of times, but he's also had a couple of upsets and hasn't made the College World Series a number of times.
So Dave Van Horn getting paid $1.2, almost $1.3 million. His career record is 1,254 and 624.
That is a solid record.
He's winning 67% of the time.
But not when it matters most.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Has been at Arkansas since he left Nebraska in 2002. He's won a Division II national championship back in 1994.
That doesn't count.
Does not count. How about this? That team was the University of Central Missouri Mules.
Hey, UCM
Mules.
Shout out to the MIAA.
He coached that team to a 51-11 record in Division II.
Shamoli
won the national championship in the Division II College World Series. So at Arkansas, he's reached the College World Series 9 times. 2004, 2009, 2012. 7 times at Arkansas, 2 times in Nebraska. 2004, 2009, 2012, 2015, 2018, 2019, and 2022.
Doesn't seem like enough.
Yeah. Also reached it twice as a graduate assistant at Arkansas back in 85 and 87. He's led 17 straight teams to the NCAA tournament from 99 to 2015. So we talked about Kevin O'Sullivan from 2018 to current day.
Mhm.
Every single team been to a regional. Dave Van Horn, 17 straight from 95 to 2015.
Kevin O'Sullivan is just a younger Dave Van Horn, might call him.
Potentially. There you go. So I don't know. No, I doubt there's smoke. 3-time SEC Coach of the Year, was obviously the Big 12 Coach of the Year. It seems like
it just seems like
the runway's short.
There's so much drama surrounding him every year when they don't win. And there's so much talk of, is this the last year of Dave Van Horn? Is this the time where Arkansas finally makes the move and moves on from Dave Van Horn? You know, he's done so much amazing things for the University of Arkansas and for that baseball program. But at the same time, you're paying him all this money. He keeps making regionals. He keeps making super regionals. He's made the College World Series, would you say 5 times since he's been at Arkansas? But he has yet to win it despite all of the talent that Arkansas keeps amassing year after year after year.
So here's this from the local Arkansas newspaper, the Southwest Times. Arkansas baseball has hosted a regional in 6 of the last 7 seasons. Given the program's track record, there's a good chance the Hogs will be back inside Baum Walker next June when the 25 postseason begins. So for the next 12 months, there needs to be one singular focus in the program. How do the Razorbacks right the wrongs of the past 2 NCAA tournaments and make sure that the regular season success translates to the postseason? Once again, so in 2023, don't forget TCU knocked off Arkansas twice in the Fayetteville regional, and that eliminated Arkansas out of the postseason as well. How about this? This is what Dave Van Horn says. That's back-to-back years where Dave Van Horn and his players' season ended much earlier. For most of the spring, Arkansas was one of the top 3 ranked teams in the country, but it couldn't get a chance to compete with the final 16 at the Super Regionals. Sum it all up, and Arkansas baseball has a postseason problem. Dave Van Horn said, I think about it every day. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is these days. No active coach has more postseason wins than Van Horn, which makes the lack of a national championship trophy inside the centers all the more agonizing. This year's team had one of the best pitching staffs in the country, Nebraska, but the arms faltered down the stretch, Nebraska. An average SEC offense would have made the regression tolerable. Average SEC offense, Florida. But this was one of the worst lineups in the SEC that could never sustain its rare moments of consistency. And the offensive struggles kept popping up at the worst possible time. In their last 7 postseason ending losses dating back to 2017, Arkansas is averaging 1.2 runs per game.
That's garbage.
Couldn't score 2.
With with some of the best pitching staff, some of the best pitchers that you've had
dating back to 2017.
You can't score 2 runs.
What's incredible though is those were seasons where there were College World Series appearances.
Yes.
Still couldn't score. All right, let's take a break. There's certainly going to be more conversations about this as we go on. Somebody does make a good point on the text line. It says, poor Oregon, Big Ten is going to be the death of their baseball program.
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Let's hope not, and let's hope that bringing Oregon in allows it to elevate a program like Nebraska.
Oregon, USC, the two best baseball programs coming in.
UCLA.
Not
sure USC is up there.
USC has the history.
Yeah. Washington surely isn't up there.
No.
Washington's bad. But no, Oregon for sure. This is their 2nd straight super regional appearance. So there you go. Notorious B.I.B. did say, wouldn't it be nice for a team other than the SEC to win the CWS?
There's not a great chance of that. SEC, I suppose ACC heavy.
Virginia's playing well right now.
Clemson.
Clemson is fine. I don't think Clemson gets out of this weekend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Something about the way Florida swings the bat, man.
North Carolina?
I'm a little scarred.
You got a couple Big 12 teams in there as well?
You do. I'm going to be honest. I'm scarred by Florida, man.
I want to see them, but also boo.
I would appreciate watching Cags again in Omaha.
Yeah.
I would not be mad about it.
I wouldn't.
Plus, they got some good walk-up songs on their roster. I'm just going to say it.
If Florida,
they got good walk-up songs.
If Florida makes it to the College World Series, over under 1.5 450-foot home runs from Cags.
Well, I'm sorry.
Over under 1.5 450 footers.
That's what's so interesting is because Austin and I had this conversation of like, how does Charles Schwab Field, what type of team does it benefit the most?
Mm-hmm.
Because is it more important to have a top-ranked pitching staff or a top-ranked lineup? And I think we both started now in the current day of college baseball, leaning lineup.
Yeah.
Leaning lineup. And you need one Friday guy and you need a solid bullpen arm. But Charles Schwab Field, for example, plays deep and plays large enough to where the pitching matters. And we saw it last year with Paul Skeens, certainly, and Rhett Lauder for Wake Forest. But man, Florida's offense, you don't worry about it translating a whole lot over to Charles Schwab Field.
Because it's not just about the home run hitting. They're going to, with how big Charles Schwab Field is, they're just going to hit it into a spot, and they are fast.
They're athletic, man. It's a different type of ball game. It's a different type of ball club down south, and we'll talk about that later on in the show. All right, let's take a break. We're a little bit behind schedule. We'll keep things rolling on the happy hour coming up next.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exactly Merge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Want to contribute to medical advancements and get paid for your time? Join a clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access medicines in development, and get study-related care at no cost. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Help shape the future of medicine. Visit velocitytrials.com.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike 3, you're out!
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. Navigating the legal system can be stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. When you're in need of legal assistance, trust Liberty Law Group to fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I don't believe you people.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Huh?
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour. Final segment of the show today on a Tuesday. Flown by. Appreciate you guys sending your thoughts, opinions, comments. Matt thinks North Carolina can make the College World Series. That's the pick that Matt's going with on the text line, 464-5685. We bring in Austin. Hello, Austin.
How we doing, gents?
Long time no see.
No kidding, right? Been a whole 24 hours.
Gosh, I've seen enough of you.
Seriously. I didn't want to be the one to say it. I'm glad you did.
Hey, Rico.
I missed you guys.
Did you?
Aw, that's so sweet.
We didn't even get a text from Rico. We never got
one
a text.
all weekend.
You guys were busy. You guys never texted me when I was on the road, except for business, and I didn't need you guys. You guys were busy.
Oh, he doesn't need us. He still doesn't need us, right?
Doesn't need us. Well, that's fine. I'll just leave again.
Please don't.
Anyway, good weekend down in Stillwater. It was fun. I don't know if you guys saw this earlier today. Before we dive back into baseball, North Carolina lawmakers are seeking to force North Carolina and NC State to play football and basketball games versus in-state schools.
Wait, what?
So now North Carolina, I'll say that again. North Carolina lawmakers are looking to force North Carolina and NC State to play football and basketball games versus in-state schools. A new bill brought by several prominent lawmakers would require North Carolina and NC State to play games against East Carolina, Appalachian State, and Charlotte in football and basketball. It says want to require the state's two biggest and richest athletic programs, UNC Chapel Hill and North Carolina State,
That's weird.
to regularly play football and basketball games against other in-state schools. Under a bill filed by House members, North Carolina and NC State would be required to play at least one of East Carolina, Appalachian State, and Charlotte every year, and would have to play each school home and away every 6 years.
Can you imagine a home and home with North Carolina and East Carolina? Oh, sign me up. I love the Pirates.
Well, yeah, maybe.
But also, why are you having to force
this is
them?
why. This is why. Sports, this is what the bill says.
Okay.
Quote, sports tourism is vital to the economy of North Carolina, and intrastate collegiate athletics generates millions of dollars in economic impact to the state. It is the priority of the General Assembly to encourage intrastate collegiate athletic rivalries in order to promote economic development. Basically, they're saying nowadays conference realignment's getting out of hand. You guys aren't going to play in-state schools anymore. We don't know if non-con games are going to be a thing anymore. So we need to pass this bill so that way North Carolina plays East Carolina every single year or once every other year whatever the case may be, so that we get to keep all that money.
So that you don't have to. But also, I feel like it would also help the University of North Carolina and NC State, because you wouldn't have to spend the money to fly to, wherever you're going to go for a non-con game or for whatever it is.
Think about in basketball, that's a game that you're taking away that might not boost your RPI. That's a game that could only hurt your RPI against Charlotte.
See, but you're gonna play a game like that anyways. It might as well be in state.
Maybe.
I really like it, and I think Iowa needs to look into doing the same thing. Iowa has ducked Drake in Northern Iowa for years, right? Iowa football especially hasn't played Northern Iowa. I get it. They play Iowa State every year, so maybe that one is a little different, right?
Yeah.
Because they do have Cyhawk every year. I'm willing to give them a pass for that, but maybe once every 6 years you play UNI, something like that. But basketball has legitimately ducked the in-state schools under Fran, and that's impermissible.
I tell you what, Nebraska's ducked Westland for too long. No,
I'm just saying Nebraska hasn't played Wayne State or Kearney in a while.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, they rotate through the exhibitions.
They rotate through exhibitions.
No, I mean the regular season. I need some.
Didn't Doan count as a normal game?
No,
that was the exhibiation this year.
But
I think
last
it
year,
last year.
Last year,
But no, it was the Cam Mack triple double against Doan.
That's right. How could I
count?
Yeah.
Against Doan or Purdue?
He got a guy against Doan, or who got one against Doan?
Someone got one.
Someone got one
something against Doan.
Doan. Cam Mack got his against Purdue.
Yeah.
Cam Mack
Somebody
got his
got one
against Purdue.
Oh, it's Delano Banton. That's what
Delano.
it is.
That's
Delano,
right. Yeah.
The Portland Trailblazer star.
Not Boston Celtics star.
No, not Toronto Raptors star.
Definitely not Boston Celtics star.
Hey, speaking of Boston Celtics and Nebraska players in the NBA draft, our boy Burke projected 42nd overall to the
our new boy
Celtics next year.
Our new boy Burke
via the Warriors.
What?
It's Luke.
I know it is. He had to go somewhere.
Nonetheless, he had to go to the DMV.
He goes.
Luke, our barista at the mill. We love Luke
he's
so
our
much.
Guy. Like
he's
legitimately our guy.
No, he's incredible. If you come down, if you want a reason. I know I'm going on a side tangent here. If you want a reason to come down to 1040 O Street to come see us, but then also go to the mill, say what's up to our man Luke.
Dude, Luke will just have a conversation with just people that come in. Like I don't remember what day it was, but I was here for a decent amount of time. And some older gentleman walked in and was just sitting at the end of the table right in front of the barista's counter and was just talking to Luke the entire time.
I would love to get Luke on the air.
He's probably in the studio before.
Should I yell at him to get over here?
Go grab Luke. See if we can go. See if we can get Luke here.
Let's get Luke's thoughts on Beer K.
Bear K. This is going to be so crazy. But nonetheless, okay, Austin, you and I are down in Stillwater. And we have plenty of thoughts on what Haymarket Park could do, right? Realistic ones of what could Haymarket Park do to increase fan experience? Because I think that's one thing we can agree on. Going to a non-Nebraska game, right? Nebraska was not a part of Florida and Oklahoma State. The fan experience was off the charts.
It really was for a number of reasons. Number one, baseball that matters, right? That's maybe the biggest piece of this is that it was baseball that matters, right?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest part of fan experience. But the corrals, the tailgating corrals, where all you have to do is provide your own food.
Yeah.
Freaking sweet, right?
It was
like
incredible.
28 of them, I think we counted. 26, 28 around the outfield. That was great. You could walk around the entire stadium and still be in the stadium.
Yes.
That was awesome. Seating everywhere. I know there are plenty of burn people for Haymarket Park, but I'm not one of them, right? Either terrace that seating or even, tear out the natural greenery batter's eye in center field. Yeah, I said it.
Austin hates nature.
Put up
seriously.
a big, ugly green wall like everyone else in the country does, black wall like Oklahoma State does. I don't care,
Austin.
But you can have thousands of more seats in the outfield for a park that already has 8,500
We
capacity.
need to save our planet.
We need to save Nebraska baseball first.
Nebraska baseball.
Baseball first, planet after.
Let's put a pin there. We'll get to that later. We have to bring in a special guest, Luke.
Well, howdy, guys.
There he
How you
is.
doing?
Hi,
Luke?
We were just talking about you on the radio, Luke.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope it was only good things.
It was great things.
It's only great.
Oh,
we were
fantastic.
telling people that if they need a reason to come on down to the mill to come say what's up to you.
Oh, absolutely. It not only are the guys here at the ticket fantastic to talk to, sometimes they're talking to you over the radio. So you just got to come up to the coffee counter at the mill, come say hi to me. I'll give a little sass. You can give a little sass back. Maybe I'll get you some good coffee too.
This is our man Luke. This is our dude.
I was just telling him about the time when there was an older gentleman and you were talking to him for what felt like 5 hours. And he was just sitting at the end of the table and you guys were just talking the entire time. I don't know what you guys were talking about, but I just know that he was there forever.
Yep, that's my good buddy Dan. Met him here. That was the second time I ever met him.
So, Luke.
Point proven. Point proven in one sentence.
Luke, I got to ask, man.
Go for it. Mate.
What do you got? What are some exciting things you guys got going on over at the mill? Because I am obviously a frequent, as we do work in this building. Frequent of the mill. Love the cold brew. Also love the energy stingers. What do people need to know about the mill?
Fantastic drinks, both those right there. Well, I'm going to tell a little bit about the energy stinger. First off, it's think of like a Red Bull, except it doesn't make you feel really awful when you're done with it.
Hey.
Yeah, made from the actual coffee cherries, fully caffeinated, and poured over some ice with some sparkling water. A nice refreshing drink on your hot summer days like we got going on. Let's think here. Iced mochas are always fantastic. You get some chocolate mixed in there.
Really?
Oh yeah. And we use
that's what he brought in last week.
Yep.
I was not. Here's the issue. Let me tell you a little backstory with Luke, and I haven't had to have a conversation yet with him. Been able to. I have been clamoring for drinks for us to try on the air, and then I come up here after an hour. And I look up, and here you are in here giving drinks to Strick and Austin.
Well,
so iced mochas.
You know what's going to have to happen. You're going to get some drinks.
This is the happy hour.
It is the happy hour.
I can help you.
But you guys also have alcohol.
We
for the folks that would like to indulge.
4 local brews on tap. They rotate out, but we always have our cold brew cream ale from the mill and Empyrean, a partnership between us two. Fantastic, easy drink and brew. Come down if you're of age and give it a sample and grab a cup when you're done.
That one is tasty. For a second, I thought you were going to say 4 Loko on tap. And I was like, wait a minute.
You just got done talking about the energy stinger that doesn't make you feel like crap, and then 4 Loko.
It's like, what are we doing?
I did not grow up in the time of 4 Lokos.
Oh, they used to be bad.
Yeah. Really?
I'd be bad for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
They were delicious, but they were not good for your
the next day?
No, they were. I was fine.
So much caffeine.
So
much
much
alcohol.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy over here. He was fine.
It was an energy drink and alcohol. At the they took the energy drink out now, so if you get a 4 Loko, it's just alcohol and it tastes good. But before it was, you were
dangerous,
off the walls, but also drunk.
You think like the yin yang single that just goes in symbiosis with each other. It was like that, except they're both trying to tear each other apart.
Exactly.
So
in your heart,
they used to be bad.
How about this? Geez, the wheeze.
Yeah.
Okay, so this comes from the USA Today. It says the 4 Loko itself came from the creator's enjoyment of mixing caffeine and alcohol. It's now referred to as blackout in a can.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
It was a everybody knew if you had a 4 Loko, it was 1 can. Everybody knew
you had to
1
stop.
can. You had to stop.
Dangerous to go further.
660 calories per can.
Jeez,
that's amazing.
That's crazy.
14%.
That is not what is in the coffee and or the ale.
No.
Coffee and cream ale is one of the best beers I've ever had.
Did you ever go
delicious.
to?
It
It's
is
fantastic.
so smooth.
Not like what you think of with a coffee beer either. It's cream, so it's lighter.
I'll be honest. Also, like Husker football season's coming up.
Ooh, yes,
we're in a prime location here. You guys are, so are we. To where now we know some game times. A lot of night games coming up. That's a perfect place to spend the afternoon before you worry about like your big tailgates. Come on over, get some beverages, and enjoy some company from not only us here at the Ticket, but also Luke.
Yeah, you're 2 blocks away from Memorial Stadium.
You stop by here, have some nice soft seating to sit in, sit out on the patio.
Soft seating. Patio's big.
Yeah, it is. We got a lot of room out there, and alcohol is allowed within the gate. So that is a new addition. We've been trying to get that going since last year. Now that it's warm out, it is really nice to sit out there.
All right, Luke. Big question here before we get out of here. Favorite person to talk to?
Oh boy,
from the Ticket.
From the ticket. Oh man.
Rank the three of us.
Go ahead.
Well, you can also add Jake in there.
Well, I was gonna
Rank-
say.
Well,
rank-
that's an easy fourth. So.
rank
Yeah,
the-
you
rank-
can add Sorensen, but we know he's last.
Jake isn't here, so it's easier to rank him out of that. Well, number
rank the
one
four
has
of
got to
us.
be the one and only Bill Bush.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry,
Not in
boys.
this room, but that's
Sorry,
okay.
boys.
Yeah, not in
We
this
weren't
room.
including him, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's how good Bill is. You don't even include him, and he's still at the top of your list.
Okay.
That's how the man will be president someday. You just watch. Let's see here. Oh man, Jake's a nice guy. I can't say anything bad about any of you guys. You all have
You
your
don't have to say anything
beautiful
bad.
traits.
You just have to rank us.
Okay, let's go rank here.
Just of us three.
In the third place, let's start with Austin because he's in here later.
Fair,
Sorry,
fair.
Austin.
Nope,
I don't see you as much.
Fine, whatever.
And
Okay.
let's see here. We'll skip second and go right to first place. First place, the most fun person to talk to at the Ticket FM, Rico.
No, come on,
Upset of the
Luke.
century.
Because
I
he
even
is a
brought you
major
in.
fan of the $5 Bits of Broken Chair trophy.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
A major fan.
Wow. Have you seen our picture of us holding the $5 Bits of Broken Chair trophy?
Have I?
Okay,
Absolutely,
Of
I
course he
have.
has.
Because I have the picture too, Luke. If that's
One
the
of our
deciding
super
factor.
fans. Yep. Oh, really? Okay. One of our super fans from Minnesota, who is on the chair committee, still remembers Rico from the time that you guys had it over at
Wow.
Chacho's. Was it?
I love
Yes,
that
that's
damn
right.
chair.
She said to
Wow.
tell Rico hi 4 years later.
Well,
I love that
unfortunately,
chair so much.
Rico's never been able to grasp the chair again.
I'm telling you, man.
We will win.
When
Not this year,
Nebraska
obviously.
faces Minnesota again,
Yep.
they will win,
They will.
and we will have the chair here for a week before it goes off to the Children's Hospital and does what it's supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Luke
Can't wait to get it back.
Luke knows people. He'll be able to make that happen. He knows people
I
on the
will go
committee.
get it myself.
Exactly.
I am on the committee.
He is.
Oh, you are
Yeah,
on the
you
committee.
didn't know that. See?
Yeah.
See? He didn't
I
know
had
that.
no
Yeah.
clue.
And that's why I'm number
Uh-huh.
one.
At least I'm not number 3.
Anyway,
Anyway,
must be nice.
Sorry, Austin.
I get it. I know my place in the world. It's fine. It's fine.
It's like a
fine.
99%, 98%, 97%.
Nick
So,
said, wouldn't have
To be fair, I probably had the least amount of coffee of anyone, so I probably just
that's true.
my
You
ranking.
also don't appreciate coffee. So,
Yeah.
no problem.
Honestly, you're
Austin-
probably like 7.
Austin
Probably.
is anti-coffee. So, anyway, how long is it taking for you to grow out your hair?
This is about a year and a half now.
Oh, that's it?
What's the
Yeah.
plan? We're just going to keep going?
I don't think there is a plan. Sometimes it's just nice to take care of something that's attached to your body, so you got to actually worry about yourself. So, yeah. I got the beard, got the hair.
You do?
Yeah, there it
Which
is.
are you
As soon
more
as I start
proud? Which are you
looking-
more proud of, facial hair or back the head hair?
Ooh, well, this has always grown. This has always been more annoying. I think I'm more proud of this right now, although I like my beard more.
I am jealous of the beard.
Okay.
I wish I could.
If I start looking too homeless, I guess I will trim the beard.
Have you ever thought about getting like a straight edge razor to the beard?
No.
Would you
preposterous.
would you be interested in that?
No.
Just like lining it up.
Like lining
Not
it up,
cutting it off.
Line it up. Okay.
lining it up,
A little bit
shaping
lined up.
it,
Yeah, absolutely.
shaping it.
We know people.
We know people.
Yeah. Oh, well,
See,
then in that case,
If only you would
let's
have
get some
if-
context.
if only you would have put me at number 1, I would have offered you the service.
Rico, it's on you
Because
now.
Rico doesn't know people.
I know people. They can't do that for you, but I do know people.
Anyway,
I'll bring you some coffee.
wow,
Then-
what a trade. Nah, come on down, 1040 O Street. Luke, you guys are here till when tonight?
We're here till 5 o'clock.
There it is. Come on down and see Luke. Pete Ferguson is saying hello as well.
Fantastic.
Pete
What a
does
great guy.
obviously bigger than the score on Sundays. He says hello on the text line. There's also some good comments about other stuff with Four Locos, but
Yeah.
we're not going to get to those. Okay,
Another
anyway,
time.
Austin, what's coming up on the show today?
Stricky and I are diving into Berke Bojuktensel.
Okay.
So we'll get into that, a little bit of a deep dive on him.
Gesundheit.
Rico, I know you guys talked Justin Jefferson yesterday, not the only contract handed out to an NFL wide receiver. There's been a lot of them. We'll get into that. And shoot out with Rico.
Yep.
Strict remote.
Wow.
Rico
Ready to lose.
Gonna
did
be good.
terribly his last time.
I did.
So redemption is on his mind. Then Jay Foreman will be in for the 3 o'clock hour. A lot of NFL stuff to get to with him.
Shout out
Perfect.
to Justin Jefferson for getting the same contract as Jordan Poole.
Dang. There you have it. All right. Appreciate Luke from the Mill, Coffee and Tea coming in abruptly without any notice. And that's just how we do it. Appreciate
Straight from the
Rico.
street.
Appreciate Austin. Don't go anywhere. The On the Block with Strick and Austin coming up next.
Adios.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Want to contribute to medical advancements and get paid for your time? Join the clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access medicines in development, and get study-related care at no cost. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Help shape the future of medicine. Visit velocitytrials.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repair,